Hello, I am Jay, and this is Relax with Jay. I create calming videos that allow you to relax and or drift off to sleep. If you enjoy my videos and find them helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. I hope you enjoy this video and may it bring you restful sleep. Tonight, I'll be reading the fourth part of the second chapter of the book called Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. If you enjoyed this chapter and would like me to read more, please let me know. I hardened my heart and took the smoke rocket from under my holster. After all, I thought, we are not injuring her. We are but preventing her from injuring another. Holmes had sat up upon the couch, and I saw him mention like a man who is indeed of air, and a maid rushed across and threw upon the window. At the same instant, I saw him raise his hand, and at this signal, I tossed my rocket into the room with a cry of fire. The word was no sooner out in my mouth than the whole crowd of spectators, well dressed and ill, gentlemen all stir, and servant maids joined in a general shriek of fire. Thick clouds of smoke curled through the room and out at the open window. I caught a glimpse of Russian figures, and a moment later the voice of Holmes from within assuring them that it was a false alarm. Slipping through the shouting crowd, I made my way to the corner of the street, and in 10 minutes was rejoiced to find my friend's arm in mine, and to get away from the scene of uproar. He walked swiftly and in silence for some few minutes until we had turned down one of the quiet streets which lead towards the Edward War Wood. "You did it very nicely, Doctor," he remarked. "Nothing could have been better. It is all right. You have the photograph? I know where it is. And how did you find it out?" "She showed me, as I told you she would." "I'm still in the dark. I do not wish to make a mystery," said he, laughing. "The matter was perfectly simple. You, of course, saw that everyone in the street was an accomplice. They were all engaged for the evening." "I guess as much. Then, when the row broke out, I had a little moist and red paint in the palm of my hand. I rushed forward, fell down, clapped my hand onto my face, and became a picturesque spectacle. It is an old trick. That also I could fathom. Then they carried me in. She was bound to have me in. What else could she do? And into her sitting room, which was the very room which I suspected. It lay between that and her bedroom, and I was determined to see which. They laid me on the couch. I mentioned for the air. They were compelled to open the window, and you had your chance. How did that help you? It was all important. When a woman thinks that her house is on fire, her instinct is at once to rush for the thing which she values more. It is a perfectly overpowering impulse, and I have more than once taken advantage of it. In the case of the Darlington substitution scandal, it was of use to me. And also, in the Arnsworth of Castle business, a married woman grabbed at her baby, an unmarried one reaches for her jewel box. Now, it was clear to me that Our Lady of today had nothing in the house more precious to her than that we are in the quest of. She would rush to secure it. The alarm of fire was admirable done. The smoke and the shouting were enough to shake nerves of steel. She responded beautifully. The photograph is in a recess behind a sliding panel just above the right bell pull. She was there in an instant, and I caught a glimpse of it as she half drew it out. When I cried out that it was a false alarm, she replaced it, glanced at the rocket, rushing from the room, and I have not seen her since. I rose and, making my excuses, escaped from the house. I hesitated whether to attempt to secure the photograph at once. But the coachman had come in, and as he was watching me narrowly, it seemed safer to wait. A little over-pretense may ruin all. And now, I asked, our quest is practically finished. I shall call with the king tomorrow, and with you, if you care to come with us. We will be shown into the sitting room to wait for the lady. But it is probable that when she comes, she may find neither of us nor the photograph. It might be a satisfaction to His Majesty to regain it with his own hands. And when will you call? At 8 in the morning. She will not be up, so we shall have a clear field. Besides, we must be prompt, for this marriage may mean a complete change in her life and habits. I must wire to the king without delay. We had reached Baker Street and had stopped at the door. He was searching his pockets for the keys when someone passing said, "Good night, Mr. Sherlock Holmes." There were general people in the pavement at the time, but the greeting appeared to come from a slim youth in an ulster who had been hurried by. "I've heard that voice before," said Holmes, staring down the dimly lit lights. "Now, I wonder who the deuce could have been."